Hey guys, still here and welcome back for Wargame Red Dragon Ash and Shadows. Ash and Shadows, it's making my life very interesting in Sonchon. I'm recording where I'm countering quite a few armored units, and so far the first of them have been going down. That just leaves me with an enemy armored group over here, an artillery company, which, well, just is not really going to fly. Artillery never flies, of course, but I mean, they are just not capable of attacking because they don't have a command vehicle. So I will kindly ask these guys to leave my area. Oh, they surrendered even. There you go. Unfortunately, that does count as a battle. And because it counts as a battle, my forces now cannot be refit. That could be a real problem for me, as these battle groups have definitely taken the beating of their lifetime after the last week's or yesterday's battle. Well, I'm not sure when this is going to go up. Anyway, the previous episode. We're going to be looking at another infantry reg, an anti-tank company, an infantry regiment again, and the Flying Dragon special unit, which is going to try to fly into Pyongyang and extract the Great Leader. So I have to counter that and move into Pyongyang before that happens. Pyongyang, not Pyongyang. Now, previously, when I was in Pyongyang, it didn't go too well because I forgot to defend my main spawn. I thought, nah, I don't need that. I'm going to be fine. No, said the AI, you're not going to be fine. And they made it pretty obvious and kicked me out. So this time around, I'm going to be engaging from two different areas. I'm going to be coming in from Taechon, and I'm going to be coming in from the south in Ongjin. Coming in from Taechon allows me to spawn over here, and Ongjin allows me to spawn from over here. Let's just start moving everybody in. Unfortunately, I don't have the paratroopers as airborne, so I probably won't have the town. At least not from the get-go. Now, there's a very good chance that the Russians, or at least part of the Russians and the Chinese, are going to take over Taechon. As far as I'm concerned, they can have it, because it holds very little strategic value for me at the moment. Pyongyang does. Pyongyang is going to be an interesting fight. Again, they have a ton of aircraft. My value of forces is 19k, theirs is 14k. They have 64 units of infantry left. They have 56 tanks. I already bombarded quite a few with the Atacams. And I'm going to be doing that again from Ongjin. However, this time around I'll be defending this place. I learned from my previous fuck up. And I'm still not really sure what it was that came in. But it just butchered all my units. Now, the plan here. Barricade Taechon. Put artillery in Ongjin, especially the Atacams, because they need the range. Get a reconnaissance unit to move over to Sonchon, neutralize their CV, and mop up. I don't really intend to go for a full-on town-town fight, where it's just going to be me versus them, throwing as much stuff at each other. It's not the most efficient way of doing business, so let's not. Let's get to work. Alright. This time around, I'm first going to make sure that this place is actually defended. K111. Let's put up some AA. A short arrow here, a short arrow there. Another. Oh, I don't have another K111. I'll take an AMX RC10. And let's throw a fob down here. And plunk some Atacams close to them. I'm going to go with 2 Atacams. I can always call them in later as needed. Now this area is also going to get a fob, because I'm expecting quite a fight to come through here. And I want to make sure that my units, if damaged, can resupply quickly. The enemy has some very high numbers. And with that, I need to be careful not to get overwhelmed. But I think that with the infantry that I have, it shouldn't be too much of a threat. There is one problem, and that's that they can spawn everything in here. If they do that, then whatever's in that building better be ready to take a hell of a beating. Let's set up 2 groups over here. I'll try to fly a ninja around and get some eyes on Sonchon. I want to capture this town, preferably with Kutai. With their vehicles, those Humvees, they should be able to get there fast. Yep, Kutai heavy. Let's make 2 groups. And since they have a lot of air power, I'm going to set up 2 short arrows. Making sure that whatever comes this way at least gets hit. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to shoot it down in one go. That might be too much to ask. Oh, that was supposed to be an elite. But we'll just see how much damage I can do. I want... I would like a recon unit over here, but an Eland... Sorry, a ninja is a bit expensive. Take an AMX-10 RC. And let's get a couple of AMX-10 RCs to escort the group heading north. And then also set up a couple of closed arrow systems in these woods. Okay, the enemy did not get everything sent to me immediately. That's good news for me. Because I am not looking forward to just seeing one of those massive spawn groups right on top of me like I did last time. 10 RCs over here. You guys have dropped off your infantry. Let's go. I want these guys to sit over here. And these to take the town. Let's get the ninja in. Get the Kutai on the other building. There is quite the army moving towards that town. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to intercept it with an Atacams missile, but I'm going to try. Careful now. Oh, shit. Missile out. That looked like it was not an actual kill shot. Okay. These guys are not that good against infantry, but the Kutai are. So let's send in the Kutai and get the Legionnaires some more support. Which I'm sure they won't mind. Seeing as they're about to get their hands full. Looks like some more transports are coming down this side. Contact over here. Okay, might be a 1992. In which case it would be a reconnaissance unit. Okay, we're wiping out some transports here. Let's get a reconnaissance unit to try and flank them. Let's get a little bit more intel. Oh shit, this is what I was concerned with. I don't really have helicopters that can assist me. So my anti-tank capability is going to have to come either out of the Kutai or out of my longer range ATGM vehicles. Such as the MMP. Looks like the Chonmahos are getting too close for them though. Legionnaires are taking quite the fight. This is when that heavy tag really comes in handy. Good tag to the front line. Aircraft. Yeah, I'm just losing a couple of my transports. I don't really mind about that. As long as the main infantry unit doesn't die, the transports will survive. Could I smoke in front of the Kutai? Yeah, I can. I think I'm gonna have to. Vehicles... because they are a little too numerous. I already lost a couple of the Kutai there. Shit. So they actually found my infantry reconnaissance. And look to be countering it with their own. No, not a ninja. I'll take an RC. See, anything that gets too close immediately gets hit. And usually killed in one go. Oh shit, they're too close. Yeah, that was bound to happen. Time for the Atacams to make themselves useful. I'm not going to be able to save these guys. They're still putting up quite a bit of... Oh, nice shot. I might actually get him out. Guys over here have taken some damage, but they are mostly fine. Let's jump on top of the Chonma 98s. Oh, that ain't good. Was trying to get the Rima in, but they got intercepted on their way there. Next fire mission is going to be there. Need to get rid of the transports. Holy crap. He's reloading. That thing's not going to fire. The other Atacams might. I still have plenty of those left though. Whoa! That's a bit much. The only thing that can reliably take out this many tanks is going to be a couple of Atacams. I just need these tanks to sit still for a second. And they don't really seem to want to do that. We're going to need Mephistos. And quite a few of them, because this position is about to get completely overrun. Ah. They're attacking on all fronts, and this is something that the AI is far better at than I am. Okay. Let's fire an Atacams missile over there. These Legionnaires are ready, but they're out of range. Let's get some Mephistos in. The range is good, isn't it? 2800. Okay, that saved me a few of them. Yeah, that was to be expected. They took out the CV there. So now my reinforcement roads just got a hell of a lot longer. Any chance I can fly in a command unit? No, I think everything's ground-based. Oh, that's gonna take a while. Alright, start moving and I'll send an escort over. Try to get him into the sector. I need my guys out of here. I want the Mephistos to set up an overwatch position from the road on the other side. Hold on, why did they leave that? That's a weird tactical action. Could work. Why would you want to leave your main spawn? Hello, boys. MX-10 RC just gets wiped out by machine gun fire. Those things are not designed to take any sort of fire. Rush in. That should take care of the Bachongzus. Those are tanks. Get out. Mephistos. Get out of here. I'm not sure if those tanks are going to be moving up or not. Firing an Atacams missile at two 24-point tanks is not really worth it. But I would really like it gone. Oh, and this is not helping either. ATGMs of any make and model. Get over there. Be quick about it. Because I'm not having those Atacams butchered again. We had that once. We're not going to see that again. Those tanks are not dead yet. Time to get that CV in here and quick. There seems to be very little that's actually threatening them. I still wonder why they haven't actually captured Sonchon, because without it, they're not getting any income. And they're not getting any units. Or sorry, no, they are getting income. They have income from X-Ray. But why? Is that a tank? No, that's an infantry squad. Don't get too close. Like that. Now, those Chonmahos really need to get out of here. Just don't have enough firepower to deal with them too quick. But they seem to be rather blind. There's another one. Yeah, I can steal more cargoes. I know I'm just sacrificing my AMX-10s, but I need to give these guys time to actually fire their missiles. That's another one. 2 left. See if he's just stuck out in the open. Come on. Surprising how well these Legionnaires held up here. Alright, I fired 1 missile at the Iglis. That's all the Iglis dead. So their CV's still in there. I think we're just gonna have to go ahead and get it. I lost 3 mortars as well. Lost quite a bit more than I was hoping for in this battle. Alright, sector secure. Let's send in some VLRAs to resupply those Legionnaires. And for actual pushing maneuvers, I want an overwatch area here. And I also want a couple of AMX-10s in there. As for the infantry that's going to move into the town, maybe the Suriko can do it. 15-man squads. These are just going to keep this area safe. Hello. That's a Zil. That's a BTR. Hold up. They still have units in quite a few places. Whoa! I should have thought of this. I thought they were just going to follow the road and then get over there, but they are not. They are just going up the hill and then taking the next shortest route. That was a little worried. No. Try not to get the ninja killed, thank you. That was a whole bunch of needless French deaths. Are these guys actually reconnaissance troops? No, they're not. No, they're not. They're just standard troops. No, unfortunately, I don't have any aircraft. I should have sent those in, because I have plenty that can support my area, but I just forgot about them. Oh. Look at that, an AA gun is going through the armor on an AMX-10RC. 3 points of armor and an igloo is going through it. What's wrong with that picture? At least I got a couple of new cargo trucks out of it. Does this battle group have any yet? Oh yeah, I already have 16. Can never have too many Zills. Maybe I should have made that the thumbnail for the whole series. A Zil cargo truck. Instead of the K2 that I have at the moment. Oh, more Zils! Oh, they're on the move. Oh, they can't quite hit it yet. Now you can. And I captured another cargo. What are you? Another cargo. So where's your CV going? Because it wasn't in here, so it's likely heading north. I still have one, maybe two ninjas that can help out. Hello. It's an infantry squad. It's a command infantry unit and it's running to the north. Oh. Is it though? Yeah, it's definitely an infantry squad, but there's two of them. Okay, that's one infantry squad dead, and it looks like it just gave up. Yeah, he retreated, but there's nowhere to retreat to. So that's all their ground forces dead, and that should result in all their planes exploding as well. Alright, we have Pyongyang. Alright, good first battle. Pyongyang's mine. And with Sonchon completely blocked off, the special dragon unit is going to have quite a hard time getting into Pyongyang. If they really want to try, they can. But it's going to come at quite the cost. Now, I got a couple of new helicopters. I'm not too big of a fan of these. They're just Tiger Hads and Haps. And a bunch of supporting helicopters, I like to call them. The Triga, the Celtic, and the Cassiope. I am going to call them in, because they're nice and flexible helicopter attack groups. They do need an own command unit, because they don't come with one of those. As for other units, I have 113 points, and really nothing that I want to call in. Which is a bit weird. But whatever. I think that the best stuff is still to arrive. At least the Russians have their best stuff. T-72 BUs, B-1s, Armatas, and T-90 AMs. Backed up by another 24 T-80 UNKs and 12 T-90 USs. Oh, sorry, T-90 S's. That's a lot of firepower you got there. Unfortunately, they're under the protective umbrella of Su-35Ss and Su-27 PUs. If they weren't, then I could easily airstrike the whole lot of them. In air power I can call in. I can call in another naval group. I have the F-35B Marines, which are interceptors. Well, I'm not sure if the game has any dedicated interceptors anymore, save for the the F-14, the Tomcats. These things could reasonably be called interceptors as well. Naval Air Squad has a couple of bombers, seeker missiles, so that's a anti-radar, and paveways. And I have the Fajak. But somebody was constantly asking me to bring in the F-16 SOM with the glide bombs. Those are parked aboard the Enterprise. Let's bring the whole Enterprise over to a sector slightly south, so they have a little bit more range. And these are anti-tank planes, Super Hornets, and much, much better anti-tank planes. The F-35A with a small diameter bomb, I have used those in the previous campaign, and they really are impressive. They rain death. As for the attack group on the left, I think they're more in need of refitting than really getting any additional aircraft. As for the additional aircraft that I can call in, it's going to be the F-35s. Oh, never mind. I will call those in. What else does the Foch have? The Sol-Neuron, which is an anti-tank, anti-radar plane. And the Mirage F-1CT. No, I think that this battle group now has enough firepower on them. I'm going to still hold on to Tenchon, because I want these guys to be R&R'd and ready for an actual combat mission. I'm not going to be able to go directly north into Jonchon, but I will be able to go west or east. Unfortunately, the battle group that I have over here at the moment is not really going to be capable of taking on something this heavy. So if they want to play, I'll fight them, but they're going to have to come to me. Because over here I hold all the advantages with my anti-tank ships. And over there, not so much. Now if they want to make a fight, I'll give them the fight. So let's assume that they're going to try. And for that purpose I'm going to call in some aircraft to support. Including the Super Hornets. And I'll call in the F-16 SOMs as well. Left flank, I'm going to park all these aircraft on top of Sonchon. And I can do the same thing with some of the others. But only the fighter squadron has the range to make it all the way over to Sonchon. The other aircraft, unfortunately, simply don't have the range to make it to Pyongyang and cannot be parked there. So they're just stuck. It sucks, but so be it. What do I think about Cold Wargame? I already gave my thoughts about that on the trailer discussion. Now, not a whole lot to do. Although, do I need R&Rs? Not this one. I can R&R the battle groups, the fleets, but they don't really need it. It's not like they're ever going to come under attack again. I mean, famous last words, but it's not likely to happen. End. Oh, interesting. The Chinese all pushed into Thachon. Now we have the Leclerc, and the Leopards are on their way in 2 days. Oh, and I also have the F-111s. Let's see. 501st Tank Battalion. Leclerc Series 2. 21 frontal armor, 11 rounds a minute rate of fire, 70% accuracy, 22 AP. I also have the Leclerc Series 10.1 with 22 frontal armor, 23 AP, same rounds a minute, and the Leclerc XLR, 23 frontal armor, 25 AP. That's a lot of firepower, and we're going to call that in. As for the Air Force, this is the F-111G, 6 1,000 kilogram bombs, the F-35A Namarcon, and the F-111C, which for some reason also drops napalm now. Alright, I'll take it. Now, I would like to hit into Thachon. It is just a shitty sector to do battle in, though. Because over here, the line of sight is so unpredictable that you don't really know what the enemy is going to be doing and where they're going to be coming from. I would like to invade them from multiple flanks. These guys are not going to attack because they can't. They cannot take Sonchon, so I could just leave Sonchon defended with a sort of skeleton force. Thachon is looking at 96 tanks, some of which are armed with the laser dazzler, so engaging them with a helicopter is going to be tricky. I stand corrected, it is 170 tanks. So there's a shit ton of them. They also have that flying dragon unit, which carries a whole lot of Legion. And a couple of attack helicopters with very, very deadly anti-air. Or sorry, anti-tank, not anti-air. 27 AP at a range of 3150. I'm going to be lucky if I can counter that before it hits me. And the CII CZ-10 comes with air-to-air and anti-tank. They have their own anti-air in the breed of the HQ-61 Alpha. 6.8 kilometer range against air. PGZ-95, not radar guided, and the HQ-64 has even better range against airplanes at a range of 7.5. Yikes. Yeah, if I'm going to attack... yeah, I'm going to have to move most of my battle groups into Pyongyang first, and then from Pyongyang over to Thaechon, unless I let them come to me. They're here to make a move. If they're going to come in from here, they're going to come in from Thaechon. I'm tempted to attack. But I'm also really curious what's going to happen if I let them attack. So let's get these battle groups up to full strength. Make sure that they're ready for the fight that is guaranteed to be ahead of them. Bring over the Leclercs, which are going to be fighting side by side with the K2 Pips, so I have no shortage of armor. The Leclerc Series 1 is not that impressive. Let's keep these guys here and refit them. Crotal can shoot down the helos before they become a threat. The Leclerc anti-aérien, not so much. Its range against helos is just insufficient. But I'm going to call it in anyway. Then the RHC. What do I want to do with these? Because I'm really tempted to let them come to me. Scare them off. And then when they inevitably leave or flee, they're going to move back into Thaechon, and that's when I hit them again. With a second strike. And that can come out of Tanchon. So that means that the helos for now can move over here. I don't need to keep them in reserve. The Rima. I have the Rima, I have the Caesar. I think I have plenty of artillery in Pyongyang, so these guys are going to get refit. RICM. Refit these. And the 40th Commandos. I don't really need them here. I'll just keep them on R&R. Now, for planes. Let's assign the aircraft to this airport to make sure that I have them here and available further inland at all times. This is the other one. Can I still buy those? No, they're too expensive. I was hoping to still get the Prowler version, or the Neuron. Because with that, I was hoping to shoot down their or not shoot down, but destroy their anti-radar weaponry. Or anti-air. The Prowlers can just make their way into Pyongyang. I believe there are F-35s in here somewhere. Which can do really... Yep, the F-35 Birokva. These, with their cluster bombs, can do some really, really nasty stuff to hordes of tanks. If, by some reason, they do get past those, I still have the Atacams. Over here, they suddenly lost their air cover. But they do now have Buks and Tunguskas. Unfortunately, Tunguska M are no longer radar guided. Not gonna go from here into Kilju yet. Kilju is quite dangerous. Besides, I still have 20... No, I have 11 turns left. So that'll be fine. Okay. Now, that's going to conclude it for this episode. Next one, I'm hoping to see Thaechon attack Pyongyang. but we'll just have to see what the AI is going to be doing. That's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon for the next episode.